Alright, welcome to Saturday Quiz Day. Today we're going to look at fake news versus real news. Think you can spot fake news? Let's see how well GCSE has trained your brain. I'm going to show you a series of news articles, news reports, and you have to decide, are they real or are they fake? Alright, so here's your first headline, 5 seconds. Is this real or fake? This is, of course, fake news. But why is it convincing? Well, it's because of what we call authority bias. And it's just how serious celebrity stories often look. We're sort of drawn into them if there's an element of authority behind them, particularly like Tom Holland, and especially becoming something like a priest. The next one, of course, scientists claim eating ice cream for breakfast boosts IQ. Give you 5 seconds. So while the image itself is AI, as you can see from the mistake eye cream, the actual story is not. The actual story is based on a true story. It was a real study in Japan. That being said, it's an inconclusive study at best. So even though it is a real story, it is sensationalized. I think it was reported that it was very misinterpreted. And here we can talk about sensationalism and even a lack of context as well. So the next headline is School bans adverbs to improve writing. True or false? So while there were headlines popping up like this on social media, it's false. What they were actually doing were things like no adverb November, which are writing challenges. They're not actually banning adverbs. It's very interesting as well. Stephen King, who is a world-renowned writer, specifically hates using adverbs. He famously said, I believe the path to hell is paved with adverbs. Now, what he means by that is basically that adverbs are massively overused. So as well, a lot of teachers will say, don't use the, use adverbs at the beginning, which is good advice once or twice. In the same way you shouldn't use the all the time, you also shouldn't use adverbs all the time, because that equally takes away from the tension, the pace of the piece. So the next headline is Queen releases trap album with Stormzy. 5 seconds. I'm sure you've guessed that this one is fake news. Queen, obviously one of the most influential rock bands of all time. I'm not even sure they know what trap is. I'm sure they know who Stormzy is because he's won a lot of awards, but trap itself? I'm not sure. Yeah, this is just an example of absurdist humor. It's clickbaity. It's quite satirical. If you look at the actual cover for the album as well, Queensy, it's quite a funny one. But it does look real. It does, if you actually break that down, it does seem like something that could potentially be real. It's absurd. It's clickbait, which is something good to talk about in your exams as well. Okay, here's the next one. TikTok hack cures depression with lemon juice. Real or fake news? I'm sure Dr. Mike would have a field day with this one. It is fake news. Be very, very careful with what you're looking at on TikTok. Always do research around it, especially if it feels too good to be true, because it probably is. Research things. Use Dr. Mike, for example. Check online. It's very easy to verify something nowadays as long as you look in the right places. Wikipedia, good for basic knowledge, but always check the links, always check the references at the bottom of the page, because that's where you find if it's true or not. You know, sometimes, for example, studies can be influenced by the sugar companies or the tobacco companies or whatever companies it might be. You have to check who's funding it. You have to check who's writing it, and you have to check if it's real. So never just take anything at face value, especially on social media, especially on TikTok. Always do your research. Find out for yourself. You're smart enough to do that. What was your score? Did you get 5 out of 5? Are you a true media legend? Did you get 0 out of 5 and should probably spend less time on your nan's Facebook feed? Or did you get somewhere in between? Pop your score down in the comments, and we hope to see you again next time at Mr. Buffalo's Study Corner.